All right, this is PA3 and 4, so the model converter and then the viewer for the models. So the converter needed a couple of adjustments from the original one that we had here. The first thing I noticed was that the triangles were wound the incorrect direction. So to fix that, obviously you have to switch up the second and the third vertex and switch their order around. So in the code right here, that's where I did that, created a temporary vertex, and then just switched the second and the third one. The next adjustment that we needed to make was certain models did not have their normals correctly. They either had like super large numbers or were zero. And so what was happening is that when it loaded it in here, we printed out the actual normal, and then the normal that actually came through was incorrect. So we had to actually go through and set the normals here in both of these cases. And that fixed up basically all of the other problems that the models had in the viewer. So back in the main thing, or the main CPP file, here's where we actually create the one binary file. So we have the vertices and their corresponding numbers, and then the triangles that are actually made up of the vertices. And both of those are written to the same file. And then in the model viewer, that one file loads in all of the information for the model. I guess I will move on to the viewer now. So I created an archived model class just over here. So it's similar to all the other model classes, and then it takes in as one of the parameters in the constructor a file name, and then it pulls in all the vertices and the triangles that make up the model themselves with the corresponding vertex numbers. Right, so that's basically all there was to it to display the model. And then you still have to link up the proper textures like we had in the past. Let's see. And so I converted 5 different models, and I guess I will show you that right now on the screen. All right, so we did the bear. This is a hatchet, buggy, the Astro Boy, and then the space frigate. And obviously you could switch the cameras around, get a different perspective on all the different models. A few other things that I added, the ability to toggle the bounding spheres on and off is with the B key. So as you can see right there, toggle them all on and off. Another thing that I added was that you can hot swap the textures for a specific model. For instance, the bear, there's 2 separate textures, one for a polar bear and one for a, I guess, brown bear. And so there's a separate T key that toggles between the 2 ones. So right like that. And then obviously it shows up in all the different cameras. Toggle from one to the other. And that is the viewer. And that's PA3 and 4.